Hello, welcome back to Heretic Owl Tarot. My name is Liz, and I will be guiding you on this journey today. I am going to start off with the zodiac sign readings, and then I will continue on to the human design profile readings. I usually just kind of mix them all up, but I don't know. For whatever reason, I don't want to do it that way. But I am making this little intro to ask you to subscribe to the channel. I would love if you would do that. And this feels so awkward for me to even say, which is probably why this is it sounds super awkward. But I rarely, if ever, have even mentioned or asked for subscribers or for you to subscribe. And this is why, because it's awkward and it's uncomfortable for me, I'm just over that. I'm done with that. I meant to just kind of stop in the middle, once I got to the middle cards or whatever, and just be like, hey, something super natural that, it didn't sound so weird to be like, oh, subscribe to the channel, whatever. But it didn't turn out that way. So here I am blabbering on about I don't even know. So subscribe now so we both don't forget. And if at some point in the middle of the reading you're just like, F this B, unsubscribe. It's literally just a click of a button. So that way we both don't forget, and you can help me out. I'd appreciate that. Okay, let's get into the readings. Scorpio, welcome. This is a reading, obviously, for Scorpio, wherever Scorpio shows up in your chart. I don't know why, but I've just been thinking about Scorpio a lot lately. I don't know why. Just thinking about the couple people that I know whose charts that I have printed out. I've just been thinking about their Scorpio placements for some reason, my own Scorpio placement for some reason, which is my 5th house. Anyway, I don't know. Is there something going on in Scorpio? You guys okay? Let's get you an oracle card, and then of course we'll get your tarot out. And then I think after this reading, I'm going to go to the plant store. I'm going to go see if I can get me something nice. Maybe you should treat yourself also. This part is only taking forever. There we go. Sheesh. It's fine, here. We have the fox, or fox, I guess. Interesting. Let's get your tarot out. Could be a spirit guide. I mean, we'll probably look up if it doesn't. I mean, I'm sure the book is going to talk about it, but the totem for a fox, I know those came out kind of sideways, but we have the 10 of Cups, we have Judgment. Interesting, though. Look how on both of these cards, they have their hands raised. And they're looking towards the sky. This could be, we have the 10 of Swords. This could be interesting also enough. We have the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Swords. 10 plus 10 is 20. Judgment is number 20. Is this 3 cards? That's exactly as many cards as we needed. The Emperor which is Mars. It's usually associated to Aries, but Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. The Hierophant. Very interesting. It feels like a roller coaster. So far. Okay, I just want to make sure everything was... Whoop. I don't know. That was kind of interesting how that came out. We had 35 and 25. F it. Let's just read about both of them. We have Fox. I can sense what is in alignment for me. A quietly cunning creature. Okay, clearly I can't read. A quietly cunning creature of the forest, Fox knows how to move in silence. They observe and obsess... Freudian slip? I don't know. They observe and assess their options, never straying too far from the safety of their den. With a keen awareness of the possibilities they can pursue, Fox sets their sights on a particular hunt and tracks it with a calm certainty and concentration. You are being reminded of ways you can explore an interest by beginning with curiosity. Instead of blasting out of the gates, this is an invitation to start an endeavor with a slow and steady approach. With this mindset, you'll be gifted the chance to truly take notice of whether this new quest is in alignment. If you come to find that it's not the right direction for you, you will be primed to shift course with ease. Fox teaches you that not everything is worth the chase, and sometimes it takes a few tries to find what is most deserving of your focus. Look at what is arising and new within your world, getting curious about which tracks are yours to follow. Interesting. I'm glad I finally got that out. And then Wild One. The Wild One is uninhabited, unencumbered, and weightless without the judgments and expectations of others anchoring her down. The chains that bind fall away and freedom is fully expressed. Truth is a guiding star here, and it permeates every inch, moment, and action. With this internal compass, forward motion is propelled by a desire for authenticity and determination to claim what is most true and real. In a world that encourages sameness for safety at the expense of individuality, this is your sacred call to cast aside that narrative. Do so for the sake of your soul's path. The Wild One asks you to choose freedom, a freedom found in being forthright and declaring who you are in the highest expression of yourself. Deep down, you may have this feeling that something has stayed locked inside you out of concern for what others may think or say should they find out about it. You have the key, you have the courage, you have the inner knowledge of the ways your life will bloom and expand when this part of you is free. So unlock the cage, release the chains, and welcome all of yourself to this experience of life. Interesting. It's interesting that that card came out and we have the Judgment card here. I mean, we start with the Ten of Cups. Tens are completion in some aspect. So, cups have to do with our emotions. It's a water card, right? Obviously. So you're a water sign. So there's something here. I mean, the Ten of Cups is like the equivalent to the Sun card in the major arcana. It's joy, it's bliss, it's the treasure at the end of the rainbow. It's, you know, having that life that you dreamed of. You're emotionally fulfilled. You feel purposeful. There's also a community and family aspect here. So it's like you've found your people, you've met your person. There's some children here too, so it could even be the expansion of family. There could be kids involved. It could even just be your inner child being happy. But also, both of these cards were like talking about, to me anyway, were talking about setting off like on your, like, you know, your path is literally unique to you. And obviously, you know, like from the time that we were children, we were conditioned by our parents, by our guardians, by capitalism, you know, our culture, our societal, you know, expectations. You know, we probably thought, we believed in a certain thing, we felt a certain way about our futures, about what we wanted. And that could now be, or has been, coming up for you as just no longer authentic or in alignment. One of these cards was talking about alignment. And you know, you're starting to pivot. You're starting maybe even to explore that. Like, what is your ultimate life look like? Like, if you were to sit down and really focus on what a life would look like that made you feel purposeful, that made you feel fulfilled, what type of people are around you? What kind of relationships have you cultivated? What kind of fear or anxiety comes up with that? Are you worried about other people's opinions or dissents to what you feel is in alignment with your future? Because it's paired with the Emperor card, which like I said, it is traditionally associated to Aries. I mean, they're wearing the ram horns as part of their crown, but it's Mars also, and Mars is also Scorpio. And the Emperor does take charge of they're the authority in their lives. They're the ones that are making decisions. This could be a father figure. This is also divine masculine, so it doesn't necessarily have to be the gender. It can be, of course, because like I said, you know, it's generally a father or a father figure, like somebody who had that kind of authority in your life, whether that was in the past or even if that's currently, it could be a boss, you know? Or if it is the energy of the masculine, that is initiating, you know, like putting muscle into something, go-getting, hustling, protector vibes. Being the one to provide. So there, you know, there could be a shift here in what you deem your 10 of Cups to be. And you could be setting out on your own journey of finding what fits in that. And then we have Judgment. And Judgment does talk about transformation. It's the card that comes before the World card. So, you know, we start at the Fool. It's the Fool's journey through the major arcana, right? So the Fool makes a decision to even start their journey, they go through all of these different obstacles, lessons, gifts, expansion, release, right? I mean, just all of the ups and downs, the sideways, the delays, everything that comes within the major arcana and just through our lives, right? And then we get to the Judgment card, and it's looking back and it's realizing how everything that has happened thus far has shaped you into who you are. But also there's an energy, maybe you feel like there's something changing in you. It's literally, it's like Judgment Day. It's making a decision. How have these things affected me? How do I want them to affect me going forward? Both of these cards, though, you know, I mean, it's a community. There are other people that would feel the same way you do, that live the same way that you do. I don't know, I just heard like the word cult, like, you know, be careful of that. Just in the sense of, you know, I'm just not a fan of the cult like mentality type of thing. So that's why I say that warning. That's like my own thing. But there's some sort of community here. Maybe you are creating. If it doesn't exist, create it, right? It could just be pivoting, though. I mean, you know, you're making a decision to change some aspect of your life. And also, it's going to take you putting in some work, because the Seven of Pentacles have to do with our money, how we get it, how we save it, how we spend it. It's our time, our physical time. Where are we physically showing up in our lives? Where are we spending our time? It's value and worth. You know, like, how do you place value on yourself? What do you place value in your life? Our physical possessions, monetary, anything, tangible things, right? You get the point. The Seven of Pentacles is focusing your energy on a thing in order to master it, in order to see it grow. I mean, you know, they're holding a water thingy here, which to me, you know, and they just watered their plant here. Or maybe they're watering all their plants. Maybe it's watering day. But it's recognizing that you have to put energy into something in order for one, to keep it alive, and for two, to make it grow. Like, you can't just plant a seed in the ground and then just be like, okay, now grow into, you know, whatever, a tree or a plant that I can harvest fruit or vegetables from. You have to water it frequently. You have to prune it. You have to, you know, like, if there's insects eating it, you have to take care of that, right? You have to show up. You have to physically be present. And you also have to pour your resources into a thing. So it's deciding what it is that is important in your life that you want to focus your attention on. Is it a relationship? Is it building community? Is it, you know, cultivating friendships? Is it your career? And how do all of those things align with you? We have the Ten of Swords, which again, tens are completion. There's another 10 of Swords in this deck, and it says everything is fine. Instead of the 10 of Swords, it says everything is fine. I wonder if I could find it. Not quickly. Here we go. Nope. Here we go. There. Same card. Everything is fine. But swords have to do with our mind, our thoughts, ideas, beliefs. It's also truth, honesty, but like divine, logical, objective truth. It's intellect, knowledge. I also see swords as being the suit of ego, because that's generally where we hear ego is in our minds. And our ego is created by the stories that we attach to experiences, to feelings, whether they're our stories or not, and whether they're true or not. But it becomes the reason why we do things and why we don't do things. It could be the reason why you have this idea of what the 10 of Cups is. And now it's making a decision for yourself that this doesn't necessarily maybe fit with you. Maybe a traditional 9-to-5 doesn't work. You know, maybe whatever field that you're in, you no longer feel good in it. So maybe you want to switch to a different field that is more interesting to you. Relationship wise, you know, maybe the traditional type of relationship doesn't quite vibe with you. Maybe you're not sure if you are interested in that. Maybe you decided that you are interested in that, right? I mean, it could be anything. But the 10 of Swords would be, it's kind of like all of the considerations, the anxieties, the fears, all of that. There's nothing else to consider. It could be, of course, I mean, feeling bogged down. This could be analysis paralysis too. You know, it's like instead of making a decision, you just kind of like hang out on your phone and distract yourself. You know, but it's like one of those things of like no decision is a decision. Like you are actively not making a decision, is you making a decision not to. It's interesting though, because this comes up technically between the 7 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles. So we have this progression between the 7 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles, but there's this anxiety or like this thing where it's like you have to get out of your own way mentally. That's what I'm feeling with the 10 of Swords. That's the thing that's going to get you onto the next thing. Make the decision, put the work in, put the time in, put the resources in, get out of your way mentally. Don't worry about the what ifs, the anxieties, the doubts, the fears. I mean, even just kind of see where those things are coming from and see if they're even true. Like, what is that story for you? You know, where does the doubt come from? Where does the anxiety come from? Is it yours or is it somebody else's? And if it's somebody else's, then send it back to them. It's not yours. They can have it back. Just energetically, you know, send it back. If it is yours, be like, why do I even feel anxious over that thing? Why do I have a fear or doubt over that thing? And is that story true? If it is, why do I feel like it's true? And if it's not, then proceed forward, right? But the 8 of Pentacles is like mastering that skill. So this is, you know, making a decision of what you want to put your focus in. This is the manifestation of that focus because it's churning out something. It's practicing something to mastery. It could even be recreating something, duplicating something. But both of these cards are focusing your attention and your time and your energy into a thing. This could even be, just impatience too, like, being worried that something isn't going to work out. But with it being a 10, it's available to be shifted out. These two together would be saying that you are going to recognize the fruits of your labor. They are going to show up for you. The 3 of Swords at the bottom of the deck is disappointment, rejection, betrayal. But this is, there's 3 swords sticking into this heart. So it does speak about like heartbreak, because of course, rejection doesn't feel good. Betrayal doesn't feel good, but it's swords. So it's, what is a story that you are attaching to this thing? Like, if it doesn't work out the first time that you put yourself out there, are you just going to stop? No. Successful people don't do that. They keep going. They believe in themselves. They believe in the thing that they are putting themselves out there for, and they continue to do it. Just check your stories, how you are attaching a story or a narrative, whatever, to an outcome. We have the 9 of Wands, which is the wounded warrior. So again, these 2 cards of being kind of a little beat up, even the 10 of Swords. So that it's not that this process is going to necessarily be easy, but you're the one that can do it. The 9 of Wands is like, it's taking a rest, but not quitting. You've made it this far, you can go further. The Hierophant. This is Taurus. So, your sister, your opposite sign. I feel like there's a few things going on in Taurus. Is Mars in Taurus right now? Yes, I believe so. The Hierophant is passing of knowledge. It does talk about traditional institutions like college, religion, marriage, divorce even. But those are traditions that were passed down. It's knowledge that has been passed down. So, you could be this person that's teaching somebody or mentoring somebody. There could be a mentor showing up for you. You could be deciding to extend or continue your education. It could be taking an online course. Because then the Page of Pentacles behind it is like the apprentice. It's the newbie. It's allowing yourself to be new at something, starting a new career, starting a new routine. They have this backpack on. So, I was talking about school. It's learning something new. The Knight of Cups, there's an offer coming in. It's also allowing yourself to be guided by your heart. What a journey. And thank you so much for allowing me to go on it with you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.